Let me tell you this, in a world where your certainty is taken away, you give it back to yourself. You say, I'm the same. I'm the same mother. I'm the same father. I'm the same husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm the same. And I can give myself certainty. That is so important. So we're living in an unusual time, and one of the most effective ways to cope with whatever life throws us, not just today, but all our life, is to understand your mind. When you understand why your mind does what it does, and you can make sense of it, something magical happens. And that magical thing is that your mind starts to work for you. You don't work for it. So your mind only has one job to do on the planet, and it's not to make you happy, sorry. Your mind's job is to keep you alive. And so your mind will always listen to all the words you use to work out what's keeping you alive. If you say, my job is killing me, my commute is killing me, my kids or my partner make me want to kill myself, your mind's now formed a belief that the job you go to will kill you, and its job now is to give you an ulcer or a headache so you can't go to that place that it believes is killing you. So we're in a very unusual situation, and the words you use about being at home will affect you. So when you say, I'm in lockdown, I'm in quarantine, I'm stuck in the house, I'm trapped indoors, there's a pandemic out there, this is like an apocalypse. Your mind is listening to those words, and you're going to act according to the words you use, because really, you are not locked indoors. You're not trapped. You're not stuck. You're not in prison. You are actually safe at home. And if you do one little thing, which is to just imagine, even now, what words are you using to describe the lockdown? And I don't even like the word lockdown. Are you saying, oh, it's horrible, it's so stressful, it's so depressing, I can't stand it, I'm so bored, I'm cooped up like a chicken, I'm locked up in a little cage like an animal? You will feel bad and worse. But if you say, I'm safe at home, it's not perfect, I wouldn't choose this, but I'm safe at home. And what do I tell myself all the time? I wish I had more time. Everyone, me too. We all say these words, I wish I had more time. If only I had more time. And now we have more time. In London in the 16th century, there was a plague, and people were literally sealed into their houses. Very different to now, with no Wi-Fi, no television, no phone. And Isaac Newton developed the theory of gravity when he was locked indoors. And one day, in 20 years' time, we'll look back on this and say, wow, I had to stay inside for 6 weeks. What did I learn? What did I do? Because you may never get this time again, time for you, time alone. And I want you to think about what you could learn or do, or how you could make that useful. I've worked with many people who went to jail, and some of them said, I learned a new language, I learned a new skill, I read books, I trained. One of my very, very rich clients went to prison for evading tax. And she led a very rich lady's life. She had a gardener, a cook, a shopper. She didn't do anything. And in prison, she connected to all these women. She trained to be a yoga teacher, an exercise teacher. When she came out, she went back every week and continued teaching those classes. It's funny? I actually liked it. I found a connection. In Japan, they have an epidemic of older women preferring to be in jail because they are connecting with people, and out of jail, they're living all alone. So, first of all, you need to learn something from this. But secondly, you need to understand your mind. And you only need to know 3 things to get through this situation. One is, we need certainty. Human beings must have certainty. Am I safe? Have I got enough money? Am I going to live? Am I going to be okay? And we like those questions to be answered. And sometimes after maybe 9/11 or the AIDS epidemic, we go, oh no, I'm not safe. Life will never be the same again. And you know that's not true. After AIDS, life did go back. I know people who've had that for 30 years doing really well. So we have to change our certainty. So let me tell you this, in a world where your certainty is taken away, you give it back to yourself. You say, I'm the same. I'm the same mother. I'm the same father. I'm the same husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm the same. And I can give myself certainty. That is so important. Secondly, the mind does not like change unless it's change for the better. You see, we don't like aging and we don't like illness because we can't control that change. If you can take any event in your life, like my client who is in prison, and find a change for the better, you feel completely different. So human beings don't like change unless it's change for the better. When you can control the direction of change in your life and make it change for the better, you'll feel amazing. So you must give yourself the certainty that right now the world can't give you. You must, no matter how hard it is, decide, I'm going to make this change that's going on now a change for the better. And you must understand one more thing. Human beings react very badly to loss, react 3 times more to loss than we do to gain. And if you keep saying, I've lost my freedom, I think I'm losing my job, I've lost my motivation, I used to get up and do so much, and now I lie on the sofa eating cake and watching television. I've lost my energy, I've lost my motivation, I've lost my freedom. You must never use the word loss. It's why when you try to lose weight, the mind always gives you that weight back. So don't talk about loss. Talk about, well, I'm gaining something. I've got time with my kids. I've got time with myself. I can't go out, but I can go in. I can look at all these courses I can learn, all of these things that I can do. So I'm going to do some hypnosis now to really have you understand that it's up to you. This event, this pandemic, isn't going to affect you. What's going to affect you is the meaning you make of it. I know that sometimes it's hard to understand. I'll say it again. Events do not affect us. The meaning we make of the event affects us. There are people who are loving this lockdown. There are people who are hating it. So it can't be the event. It must be the meaning you make. A bit like if I had a big lump of meat in my hand now, a big cooked burger. If you're a vegan, you'd find that disgusting. If you're a Hindu, you'd find it revolting. If you're a bodybuilder or you're very hungry, you'd actually love it. If I had a syringe in my hand, if you're having Botox or a tattoo, or indeed in great pain, you would be excited about that syringe. If you don't like needles, you'd be very upset. So events don't affect us. The meaning we make of the event, the interpretation we put on the event, that's what affects us. And that's very good news because you can change the meaning of anything. So I want you to start saying, I'm safe indoors. I've got a little retreat going on in my house, and every day I meditate for 10 minutes. I work out. I need the area the size of a bath towel to work out in. I'm learning something new. So I'm exercising, learning new things. I'm working out. I'm doing new stuff. I've got time to be with my children, time to work on myself, time to learn new things, and just changing your mindset to looking for only one thing that's good about this will change everything. And it's very easy to hear this, I know, but I want to wire this in, fire this in, and code this into you. So I'm going to have us all go into hypnosis now. It's very safe. You'll love it. Hypnosis doesn't send you to sleep. It wakes you up. So what I want you to do to get into hypnosis is just look at my eyes. You're going to look up as if you're trying to look into your eyebrows. You're going to do that. keep your eyeballs up and close the lids down. So just practice with me. Roll up your eyes as if you are trying to look into your eyebrows. And keeping your eyeballs up, close the lids down. And if you can do that, you will easily, effortlessly go into hypnosis. And hypnosis is just, it's like a guided meditation. You're not going to do anything you don't want to do. So let's do that again. Roll your eyes up, look up like that. Keep your eyeballs up and just breathe in, breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And every time you blink, that's a good sign. It's a sign you're letting go and going to what's called an alpha brainwave, where you are highly receptive to positive words. One more time, roll up your eyes, keep your eyeballs up, close your eyelids down now, just close your eyes down. And now I want you to drop your chin down. I want you to get that very same looking down feeling that you might get as you look over a balcony or down a flight of stairs. And as I count from 10 to 1, you can just see your feet and hear your feet and feel your feet treading each step. You're moving on to step 10 right now. You're moving on to step 9, going deeper. As you take step 8, you can see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet connecting to every step. You're taking step 7, going deeper. You're taking step 6, and even the sound of your own heartbeat is taking you deeper. You're taking step 5, going deeper and deeper. You're taking step 4 and 3, going deeper into the most relaxing, powerful, amazing state where your brilliant mind is going to pick up my words. You're taking the last few steps, step 3 and 2 and 1, and just go deeper. And as you go deeper, I want you to understand that your brilliant mind only has to hear the words I'm saying, just has to hear the words I'm saying to make a picture. So if I said to you, don't think of a black cat sitting on a red cushion, of course you have to think of a black cat sitting on a red cushion. So don't try to do anything. Just allow yourself to let my words sink in. And this is going to be amazing for you. So as you go deeper and deeper and even deeper into a wonderful, powerful, healing, transformational state of yourself, you're beginning to understand, and understanding is phenomenal power. You are understanding that you have an incredible brain, an extraordinary brain, an amazing brain. And when you have an amazing brain, which you absolutely have, you have a choice here. You always have a choice. You can rationalize why everything is so bad, or you can talk yourself out of it. And you have chosen to talk yourself out of it. You have chosen to be so flexible in your attitude, to have the most flexible, adaptable mindset. And you're choosing to use some phrases that I'm putting into your mind today. And you're choosing to hear them and to repeat them and to remind yourself of them every day. You are choosing every day to say to your mind, I have phenomenal coping skills. I have extraordinary coping skills. I have impressive, awesome, enviable coping skills. And I cope with anything that is going on in my life. And even better, I always find something good. I control the direction of change in my life. I'm talking about you, not me. And I'm saying I, because as I say these words, I want you to start repeating them. So right now you can say these words. I have extraordinary coping skills. And repeat this one. I have phenomenal coping skills. I have amazing coping skills. I cope with anything life has to offer. And I find something good in everything. I always find something good. I am in control of the direction of change in my life. And I make that change for the better, change for the good. Now that I control the direction of change in my life, I feel excited. I feel amazing. I have so much to look forward to. Say that again. I control the direction of change in my life, and I make it a good change. I give myself the certainty that I need. I'm healthy, I'm well. I always focus on what I'm gaining. I always focus on what I'm gaining. And now just let yourself go deeper. And as you go deeper, you remember to say those words every day. You wake up in the morning and you say, I have amazing coping skills. I control the direction of change in my life. I give myself all the certainty I need. And every day, because you make a point of saying those words, maybe you write them in the notes in your phone, maybe you make them your screensaver. Because you say these words every day, you notice a profound, powerful, wonderful transformation taking place in you. You notice that your natural state is to be positive and optimistic and happy. And because you are positive and optimistic and happy, your immune system is becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. Because you are flexible in your attitude and flexible in your thinking, because you are adaptable, you feel good. And every day, you're asking your mind an amazing question, and your amazing mind is going to answer it. You see, you have skills that you don't even know you have. Every person on the planet, everyone, including you, has a unique skill. You were born with something to offer the world. The universe put you here, and it certainly put you here for a reason, and it gave you a unique skill. And you are learning, even now, how to monetize that skill every day while you're at home. You think a thought, you ask your mind a question. What is my unique skill? How can I monetize that skill? You see, the universe that created you gave you a unique skill. It put you here for a reason, and it will support you 1,000% as you begin to recognize that you have an opportunity now to find a very unique skill, something that you can do better than anyone else on the planet, something that you can monetize. You see, you may be able to sit at home and think, okay, what could I create? Einstein, who was a genius, said that he only created when he was in calm. he would sit in a chair with a big, heavy object, a big metal ball in his hand, and he would go to sleep. And as he fell asleep, that ball would drop to the ground. He would open his eyes, and he came up with his best ideas when he was in a meditative state. Many geniuses say, I never come up with ideas at work or even at my desk. But if I lie in the park, lie on a bench and look at the trees, sit in my garden, suddenly ideas come to me. You have a mind full of ideas. And if you allow yourself to just ask your mind every day a question, what is my unique skill? What could I monetize? How could I monetize the gifts I was given? First, I have to find the gifts, and then I find out how to monetize them. And some people are very creative, and they will come up with ideas of their own, and other people look at an idea and think, I could change that. One of the richest men in England looked at a vacuum cleaner and decided he would revolutionize it. His name is Dyson. He's revolutionized vacuum cleaners, hair dryers, and fans. But he didn't invent any of those. He just looked at them and thought, I could make this better. You could do that. While we're having this time at home to think, I want you to think of something else. People buy things that make them feel good about themselves. Whatever you want in your life, whether it's a better job, a better partner, better health, better stuff, everything you want is because it makes you feel good about you. And when you can find a product, any product, something you can make, create, write, buy, sell. When you create something, maybe a coaching skill, maybe a communication skill, maybe something you invent that makes people feel good about themselves. If you can create anything that makes people feel good about themselves, you will always be busy. And your genius mind answers questions when you ask them in the right way. So every night before you go to bed, I want you to stop and say to your mind, while I'm sleeping, show me, tell me, what am I meant to do on the planet? What are the gifts I was given? And how can I find that gift and monetize that gift? Now you might think, I just don't know. And that's okay. You don't have to know. Your mind knows. And just asking that question every night while I'm sleeping, show me, tell me, what is my gift and how should I monetize that gift? You see, the glass ceiling, that exists only in your imagination. The limit you believe to how much money you can make, how much joy you can have in the career of your dreams, the kind of life you can have. The limit is in your imagination. When I was growing up, I was going to be a school teacher. That's what I wanted. And I had no idea of the limitless life that was in store for me when I began to ask myself different questions and began to see that, I have something to say and I can say it because you matter. You have something you can say, something you can do. So I want you to think again of something else. I want you to remember when you were a child, what did you love to do between the age of 7 and 14? Think about that now. What did you love doing between the age of 7 and 14? Because what you love to do at that age is a key to what you're meant to do. It's a key to your unique skills. And it may take you a while to remember what you love to do. When I was 7, I was always writing stories. And here I am, all these years later, I write books, I write programs. One of my friends said, that's so funny because I was always doing puzzles and now I'm a strategist. My daughter was always making clothes for her dolls out of Kleenex, out of tissues. And now she has her own fashion brand. So think again, what did you love to do? While you have this time at home, call your family and ask them. Ask your mind, remind me, what did I love doing between 7 and 14 about? Could be a bit earlier, could be later. Because what you love to do and what you are meant to do are connected. What you are meant to do, your gift, the gift that you are going to learn to monetize, lies directly behind and is connected to what you love to do. And some of us are worried, am I going to have a job when this situation is over? But while you're in this situation, what new skill could you learn? What could you learn as a new skill? But what could you learn about you? You could discover your strengths, your skills, your gifts, why you are on the planet. And when you discover your strengths, your unique skills, your unique gifts, and then discover how to monetize them, and then go for that with confidence. Believe in yourself. Let's do something else that all of my clients find immensely helpful. I want you to think of the best words someone could say to you. Would it be your boss saying you are the best employee in this company? Would it be your parents saying, how lucky are we to have you as our child? You're amazing. Would it be your partner saying, I love you, you're my one? Would it be a partner you haven't yet met saying, you're the one, I love everything about you, you're perfect for me? Think about the words that would help you have more confidence, that would help you believe in yourself, the words you would love someone else to come along and say. And now I want you to say those words. It may sound silly, who cares? I want you to say, you are the best employee in this company. You are so smart, so talented, so clever, so bright. Whatever other words, use your words. You don't have to use mine. You can. So if you want to hear praise about skills you have, praise that would make you believe in yourself professionally, say those words now. Because your mind doesn't know that you're saying them, and it doesn't care. Your mind doesn't care what you tell it, but it certainly lets it in. So I want you to say, you are gifted, talented, clever, smart. You have an amazing mind. I love the way your mind works. You're so good at coming up with solutions. And keep doing that. Keep saying those things over and over again. Even while I'm talking, you can still say these things. And I want you to decide, hey, I've got all this time at home. Every day when I wake up, I'm going to look in the mirror and say, look at you. There you are. You are so smart, so clever, so amazing, so destined for great things. And if your missing bit is love, I want you to say you are beautiful and lovable and amazing just the way you are. Imagine what the best partner the best boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife would say to you. And don't wait for someone else to say it. Don't give that power away. Say it now. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're the one. You are so lovable just the way you are. There's something about you. You're immensely lovable. Say those words now. And if it's health, I want you to say, I am so healthy. So take a minute and say those words. Keep saying them, keep saying them, keep saying them. And long after today is over, keep saying them. And I'm going to spend just a minute right now talking about your health, discussing your health. You see, a lot of us are a little bit worried about this virus because we keep hearing there's no vaccine, there's no drugs, and we're forgetting something really important. You have an immune system. Your immune system is your line of defense. You have an amazing immune system. Your body knows exactly how to find any virus and devour it before you can even get sick. And it knows how to make antibodies too. And if you think about eating, you make digestive enzymes. If you think about sex with someone you really like, you'll start to feel aroused. Because when we think thoughts, the body has a physical reaction. Every thought you think causes an effect in the body. And many years ago, a children's hospital showed children a puppet show where a police officer puppet was killing a germ. And then they took samples of something called immunoglobulin. And that's just a protein that fights infection. And then they asked them to imagine the puppet show taking place in their body. And they took more swabs, and they said it was amazing. The protein that fights infection in their bodies went up so high when they believed this puppet was in their body fighting germs. So imagine if you could believe that your body could fight germs and that you don't even need a vaccine because you can make antibodies. So with your eyes closed, let's play a little game of boosting your immune system so that you are always well. I want you to imagine you can look into your blood. You know, if you were to look into a river today and look through the river, you would see stones and fish and plants because there's so much going on in rivers. I want you to look into your blood and see that you have an army living in your bloodstream. You have generals or commanders. They're like spies, and every day they patrol your bloodstream 24 hours a day looking for germs. When they find them, they call for troops, and millions of troops swim into your blood, into the site of a germ. They surround it and they gobble it up. They munch it up. They devour it. And if it's a small virus, they do that easily. If the virus is bigger, then they snip off edges. They eat edges of virus until it's smaller and smaller. And then they devour it, they surround it, and they gobble it up. They eat it up. And if the virus is really big, they surround it and they call for more backup and more backup until they can entirely surround this virus. And then they chew it up. And then monocytes come along, clean up the mess of the battle, and leave behind antibodies. And you know, just like that puppet show, if you can think it, you can create it. You see, you can choose to do wellness, not illness. If you say every day, my body is a wellness making machine. My body is a wellness making machine. My body does wellness because I have an immune system that does wellness. So let's imagine right now you're taking a look into your bloodstream, and you can see these amazing commanders, the generals, the captains, if you like, because I know we all speak a different language here. You can see commanders, generals, captains. You can see them like little jellyfish, like a squadron of dolphins, or you can see them like troops from an elite army. And they are patrolling your body all the time. And if they come across a virus, they're not scared. It's their job. They're looking for a virus every day. Every day they patrol your body looking for a virus. When they find one, and they want to find them, that's their job. They call for backup. And now imagine thousands and thousands of elite military troops, or thousands of dolphin squadrons, tiny little jelly bean-shaped dolphins are swimming to the site of a virus. They surround it and they devour it. And it's so easy because your cells, your B cells that find and defeat viruses are motivated. They are passionate, powerful, motivated. They are strong, so strong, and they always win. Your troops outnumber viruses all the time. They always win. They are always winning. They're winning now. So in your mind, just see this. See the commanders finding viruses, feeling so excited, calling for troops. And you have more troops than virus, always more troops than virus. And if you want to imagine the coronavirus, it doesn't mean it's in your body. It just means that you're teaching your body, look out for this. Because you see, when your troops find the virus, they devour it before you can get ill. That's what's so exciting. Before it can cause an infection, it's devoured. So again, let's do this one more time. Release all of your commanders into your bloodstream. There they go, looking for viruses. They have X-ray vision, night vision. Now they found the virus. They do that immediately because they are the most elite commanders of all. And now out come thousands and thousands and thousands of troops that end that virus, smash that virus, kill that virus, devour the virus. The cells surround it, your B cells and NK natural killer cells surround the virus, and they eat it up. Then the monocytes come along. Monocytes are like a cleaning crew, and here they come and they clean up the mess, and then they leave behind antibodies. And the antibodies stay in your bloodstream, and they remember how to fight this infection, and you win. You win at wellness. You always win at wellness. And then you can imagine the troops going back, the monocytes going back, and the commanders just swimming away, patrolling your immune system. And this may seem like a funny little game, but it's actually real. In your body, you have 3 types of cells in your blood. The commanders that find infection, the B cells, and the NK, the natural killer cells that always fight it to win, always, and the monocytes that clean it up and leave behind antibodies. And if you think these thoughts every day, instead of fearing getting an illness, because when you live in fear, your stress levels go up, and your immune system doesn't like stress. Do you know what it does like? It likes positive, powerful, exciting, focused beliefs. I've got a little cold, so what? That'll be out of my life in 24 hours. Got a little sniffle? Who cares? My body's going to get rid of that immediately. So I'm just going to close by reminding you of what you have learned just in half an hour. You have learned that it is your job to give yourself the certainty you need. You have learned it is your job to focus on gain and not loss, no matter what is going on. You know that as long as you can make the direction of change in your life good, you won't live in fear of change. you've learned that you have a unique skill, a unique gift, a unique skill set, and you can monetize that. You've learned to ask yourself some powerful questions. What is my unique skill set? How can I monetize that? Your mind has all the answers. Ask it. You've learned to train your brilliant mind to do wellness, only wellness, always wellness, instead of living in fear. And you've learned that the words you use affect how you feel. And all you have to do is change the words. Your words shape your reality. You don't like your reality, change your words. I have phenomenal coping skills. I do wellness. I have a unique gift, and I'm going to monetize it. And I get to choose how I feel about everything by changing the words. And remember again, the words you most wanted to hear. Put those into your mind. I'm sure this has been recorded, and I imagine that you can get a recording of this. I can't promise that, but I can promise if you go to marisapeer.com, we have a lot of free gifts. We have free audios for money blocks, love blocks, health blocks, success blocks. We have a free audio of making your immune system stronger. So go to marisapeer.com and take whatever you want. They're completely free. We don't ask for your card details. We love giving this stuff away. Thank you for giving me all your time today. I hope I didn't speak too quickly. But if you think you did, I missed a lot, it's okay. Go to marisapeer.com. Take these audios. We have some RTT therapists in Russia, and I'm sure they probably have these translated, and we'll work out how they can give you the translations too. Thank you so much. Sending you much love. Thank you. Thank you.